you see in through the trees, like kind of towards the lake, you see like it looks like someone has trucks or something on in the distance because you see like two headlights, but then they quickly turn off and it's dark again.
Don't like that.
You actually see another guy come in to check out, and you realize that it's the guy you saw in your dream. Angeline, you see him, and you recognize him. He is Lauren Coleman, the cryptozoologist, and you have his books.
Mr. Coleman, I would just like to say I am a big fan of yours. I've read every single one of your books, and I just saw the Chupacabra a few days ago.
He's like really thinking on it because he's like interested now. He's like, so wait, you guys say you've seen the Chupacabra, and now you're saying that you might have seen the infield horror. So you get to the train tracks, and you know these are the same train tracks as the ones in your dreams, but you do see another one of the footprints from the monsters, so you know it's around. By following the footsteps, so you find the den that you guys were looking for, and in front of it is a small meteor crater.
So I communicate with it to eat. There is free food.
Eat and stay.
And stay there.
It's like people are danger, food is here, people are danger.
And then Sage goes, okay, it knows. Let's go.
I am gonna say, I'm gonna have some rad scars when this trip is over.
We have got to get you some armor or something.
Yeah, we need to get you something, Mom.
Alright, so coming from Enfield, you cut through Indianapolis.
Enfield,
sorry. You've cut through Indianapolis and Kentucky. Stop by the Hoosier National Forest because it's on the way. But you don't stop very much because Angeline is very, very eager to get to the next point on the map, which is Point Pleasant, the home and birthplace? Is that what you'd call it? Of the Mothman.
Oh boy.
Honestly, that's all I have for the hook. This is it. This is the place.
Like, this is where all the pretenses fall away. Like, Angeline is like, look, we're here for Mothman. There's no other reason.
Before we get started, you guys are driving along in the car. Again, it's getting late because you guys just can't manage to get out there until the end of the day. So, you're driving along, and before we do anything else, I believe we have some beginning of the session moves to do.
Yes, we do.
Oh, yeah, we super do.
I have premonitions. We have our double acid trip. That's an 11 plus weird, so that's 13.
Alright, so, what happens on a 13?
Good things happen.
You have a detailed vision of something bad that is going to happen. You gain a +1 to preventing it from happening, and you can mark XP if you stop it.
Alright.
I got another good premonition. Good as in I got a good roll.
Yeah, something bad that's gonna happen. Let's see. So, you are... Let's see. You get this vision of, a bunch of heavily armored people. They're like SWAT people, but you don't see any, like, words, that say SWAT, like, is normally on the back of their shirts. You don't see that, but they are very, angry. And the vision doesn't last very long. But you see them, they're arresting someone, and they're taking them away, and you can't quite make that person out. But you get that vision as you're, like, staring out the window of the car. And then it's gone.
Oh,
boy.
wow. Riley, what did your acid trip get you?
Well, I'm so glad you asked. Because I got a 5, and then I added my weird, which got me a 4.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Mark experience.
So, can I spend a luck on this?
Yeah, go ahead. We've got luck, apparently. I forgot about that.
I feel like if I do fail this, like, my nightmare will be me being dragged away by swapmen, and I don't need that.
Okay.
So I spend a luck to get a 10 plus.
Alright. I will reveal a useful detail
Yeah.
about the coming mystery. And I need to think of something that will genuinely be useful to you guys.
Mothman's weakness.
Yeah, what's Mothman's weakness?
Yeah, he's a moth.
I mean,
It's attracted to light.
okay, to be fair, I did write this monster sheet.
And I did not change any of it. To people listening, I am using Riley's Mothman.
You know, player knowledge is different than character knowledge, and what we've
Yeah.
established is Jones knows nothing.
I'm gonna say that I don't know, like the hint that's revealed is that the weakness of the monster is he's drawn to and confused by bright lights and flames. But what I imagine Jones is actually seeing in this like vision or dream that he gets to know this is a moth flying at a light.
And just getting, like, hit, like, zapped by a bug zapper.
Yes. No, I wasn't thinking of a bug zapper. I was thinking, you know, when a moth just like throws its body at a light.
I imagine Jones had a dream about this last night, and, like, he woke up and he's just like, I had the weirdest dream. I was holding a lamp, and just these moths just kept hopping into it and dying.
Yeah, so you guys both have that now.
Do we say anything?
Yeah, do you say anything?
Do you tell Angeline, your mother and wife?
Well, I mean, that was weird phrasing, because you're not my mother.
And you're not my wife.
No, mother and wife, separately.
Mother and wife separately, okay.
Those are both tags onto Angeline, not to you.
I think he mentions the dream, but I don't think he's like, I know how to kill the next cryptid. I think he's just like, I had a weird dream where all these moths just kept hopping into a lantern and getting vaporized, and I was like running around in the woods.
Angeline's just, you're absolutely right. Writes it down.
I'm just imagining him, he's like thinking, man, Angeline keeps mentioning this Mothman. I should stop thinking about moths.
Yeah, he's like, you're getting in my head.
Yeah, I feel like Sage just kind of mentioned she's just like, I think I was daydreaming, that there was like someone getting taken away by like, I think a SWAT team? She has like no clue exactly. She's just like, I think it was a SWAT team. So, if we could stay away from people who look like SWAT team, that'd be great.
Cool.
Alright, honey, you are sort of magics.
Yeah, I think I've gotten that by now.
So that's probably, like, a thing that's gonna, like, for sure happen, right? Like, that probably wasn't just a dream.
I mean, last time I had something that didn't completely come true. No one died.
That's true, I guess.
So I think it's like, it's gonna kind of happen, but we can change it?
So they're changeable.
Yeah.
The thing to keep in mind.
The future is not set in stone.
If you had a chance to change your fate.
Jones is like, honey, what did we say about referencing Disney?
You can't stop me!
Runs away.
They're in the car!
Just jumps out the window. Just rolls.
Let's not.
Let's not and say we absolutely did.
Alright, so, Angeline, normally I make a question for you, but, like, other than that, what are you doing? As you know, we are going towards this town.
Driving.
Just driving.
Probably yakking my head off about the Mothman. Yeah, so Angeline's just going on about Mothman and how excited she is to see it.
Yeah.
Possibly kill it.
Oh, God.
That's how it's gone for the past ones.
Okay, Jones is like fully, like, freaking, we're entrenched in the monster hunting thing now. Like, we had a whole thing, we killed one, we saved one's life, it's been like a whole thing. So Jones is definitely like, okay, are we gonna have to kill the Mothman? Or is it a nice moth?
What a nice Mothman.
We'll have to see.
Or is it like more of a angry moth?
Well, I believe I can answer that question.
Oh, okay.
Because as you were driving along the street into town,
Oh no.
something heavy lands on the roof of your car. It's Mothman!
Oh shit.
And it's so heavy your car starts to swerve. And who's driving?
I'm driving.
No, I thought I was driving.
Oh yeah, Angeline's driving.
Alright, I want you to make a act under pressure roll.
Me.
Gosh darn it.
Oh. Let's see. Okay, I got an experience.
No!
No.
I have a -1 in cool, so I got a 4.
Oh no.
Alright, and what happens when you fail a...
I swerve. I freak out screaming there's Mothman on our car, and I probably crash it.
The stupid
This
car.
car!
That's right, we got it like a few days ago.
Mm. You have luck points you can spend, you know.
No, I want this point. I want this XP.
This is an interesting narrative failure, I will say.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry, I'm looking for the,
What happens when you goof up?
We already freaking have Mothman on the top of our car.
Yeah, I'm really bending the rules of the Monster of the Week now, so, like...
I mean, hi, I'm Riley Spencer. I'm the writer of Eden's Grove, something that actively flies in the face of freaking...
Okay.
So I crashed.
You crashed? Yes.
I failed.
You crashed. Sorry, I thought you meant your laptop crashed and I freaked out for a second.
Oh no! Goodness.
That would have been bad.
Alright, so
Okay.
what are we doing?
Yeah. Man, I was not expecting you to roll that badly. So not only do you crash your car, you crash it into someone.
Oh.
Oh no.
We hit someone. Oh.
It's like someone car or like a pedestrian?
You crash it into a person who was standing, on the side of the road. They were kind of walking down.
Oh no.
They are not, well, I won't say that they are dead, but like,
Okay.
Oh my god.
Yikes.
you didn't like run them over, you hit a tree and that stopped you from like completely killing them.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Yikes. Luck is a thing we can use, people. Just...
It's too late to do luck.
Yeah, I guess it is too late.
Okay, Angeline jumps out of the car and checks the roof.
Yes,
Is Mothman still there?
yes, he is.
Oh!
Can you paint us a beautiful picture of what Mothman looks like, Emma?
Please.
Mothman is the Mothman that you normally see in the black paintings, where it's a very hard to discern body, hulking shoulders, and large black wings, and just two very tall legs with claws that have scratched up the entire roof of your car.
Oh,
And he is very angry and flapping and making screeching noises
oh,
that almost rival the sound of the claws screeching on the top of your car.
I would like to grab freaking Memento Mori and get out of the car.
Yes, that's an easy thing to do. You are out of the car with Memento Mori.
Can I freaking, is the person, like, alive? Where's the person?
He is in the front of your car.
In the front.
Not in the front. He's lying on the ground in front of your car. He got thrown back a bit from the impact.
Okay.
Yeah, how badly did we crash? Is, like, the front of our car smoking and demolished? Or did we just, like, bump it?
Well, none of us took harm.
You pretty heavily dented the front of your car on a tree.
Okay.
And there's another dent where the guy hit it.
Okay.
Slightly smaller dent. But yeah, you've got like a tree-shaped dent as your car is still kind of wrapped around this tree.
Okay.
It's not good.
So, Jones would like to yell at the girls, heal the guy! And he I'm going to roll protect someone and kind of place myself between Mothman and the civilian.
Alright.
Okay, I grab, Sage and drag her out of the car and rush her towards the dude.
Sage grabs the kit that we have, the first aid kit we have in our car.
Do we have a med kit?
Yes, we do. We talked about this. We have one in the car.
It's true.
Oh, okay. Angeline's first thought was Sage heal the man.
Well, I was also thinking magic would be handy, but...
Yeah, but she doesn't know for sure, so Sage is gonna grab it just in case, you know.
Okay.
Alright.
So you both are near the guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I am protecting I guess now, Sage and, Rando. And I got an 8 on it,
Alright.
so I protect them okay, but I'll suffer some or all of the harm they were going to get.
Alright. Yeah, so as they are moving towards the man on the ground, Mothman swoops at them, and you would have taken 2 harm.
Yep.
And does that hurt you at all?
No, I have my 2 armor.
Okay, I see. So you're fine.
Yeah, my shirt gets scratched up, but my health bar is alright so far.
Alright. So, to Angeline and Sage, as you look at this person on the ground, he is face down, and he is wearing, kind of vintagey looking clothing. Kind of what you'd expect an old man to wear, honestly. But, like, from their height and stuff, you can kind of tell that they're not old. They're face down if you want to roll them over.
I want to roll him over.
They have a very indiscernible face. And I don't mean like it's hurt. They've got an average face. I mean it's indiscernible.
Wait, like, we look at it and it's just like a blur?
Yeah, it's like you've got generally face-shaped, like, parts of it, but it's like there's not, like, clear facial, like, parts.
What did we...
Like, maybe slight dents where the eyes should be, and a slight bulge where the nose should be, and...
Okay, so So Sage is at first gonna try to use magic, because, you know...
What are you doing?
I want to try to heal, like, 1 harm, because, you know, we hit this person with the car, well, this humanoid with the car. So, did it take 1 damage, or how much damage? I only am healing 1. I can only heal 1, so,
Go ahead.
1 might be enough.
the 6 plus my weird, so that is a 8.
8, nice. So it works in perfectly. You choose your effect and a glitch.
Okay, so the glitch, I'm gonna say the problematic side effect, because that's probably my favorite thing about it with magic, is because I also got the dark side stuff,
I
so
hate that one.
that.
It's so vague. I always have to think of something when you do that.
Keep in mind, I do have the dark side stuff. That is a huge thing in my stuff. I think it's really cool.
I'm trying to think of a problematic side effect that wouldn't be one of the other glitches.
Well, I would say, like, drain it from her, but that would be, like, take 1 harm.
That's the take 1 harm.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking, because it's a healing spell. It would be perfect with that glitch.
Well, then I'll do that.
Alright, yeah, because I think that works very well. You break a rib.
What?
What?
It's not like a drain energy from you type thing, it's just your rib snaps.
Yikes.
Okay, so I'm gonna just go to the freaking... I'm gonna drop to the ground after that, because that hurts.
Yep.
Okay, and while they're doing that, I want to read a bad situation on this guy.
By the way, he moves slightly, so he's waking up.
I mean, y'all are just, like, looking at this guy and healing him and, like, trying to figure stuff out, and just in the background you just see, like, me and Mothman just rolling around in the dirt.
I mean, I'd be saying that Mothman is attacking you, but it doesn't do anything literally, so, like, there's nothing to say.
He has moves that can affect me.
Not really.
Yeah, he's super... I added a move specifically so he could hurt him.
Then that must have been after I copied and pasted your stuff into my document.
That's okay.
You can't update it after you give it to me.
Does he I shared it with you, so I thought you'd just, like, be using the
She
same
has
thing.
her own document that she copies everything into so that she doesn't have
Okay.
to go around to multiple things.
Yeah, because otherwise I've got, like, let me see this new move.
Does he still have the wing attack?
0 harm?
Yeah, but forceful and stunned, so I can be, like, pushed off a cliff or, like, stunned and out of the game, like, that kind of thing.
I guess.
There are more narrative tools, but I do have a move for him that does 3 harm if you would like that also.
It's not in the document that you shared with me, so, like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, hold up. Give me a second.
Okay,
I need to
well,
find where I
he's
put
doing
it.
that. I'm rolling for a read a bad situation on this guy specifically because I want to figure out what's his deal.
Yeah, what'd you roll?
A 13.
And, alright, read a bad situation. What do you... You get a whole 3. And I guess you could just ask any questions, since it's not really applicable to these. Ask me 3 questions. It doesn't have to be those specific ones.
What is this?
Yeah. With your cryptozoology knowledge, you can tell that this is not a human, and from the Aggie clothing, vintage clothing, you can assume that it might just be a shapeshifter.
Ooh.
So since it's passed out, that's why it's an indiscernible face. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So, what's the biggest threat?
What is the biggest
Is it
threat?
Mothman or the shapeshifter?
It's the Mothman.
Okay.
By the way, I'd like to say that the Mothman is trying to get past you.
Joan, yeah, okay. So, real quick, I have, like, 2 different copies of Mothman, and, I looked at the other one because I was afraid it was more OP. But, so I upped the damage on the talons.
To 3 harm. I see.
Yeah, okay.
Do you want to have 1 harm already?
Yeah, I added that harm to me retroactively.
Okay.
Okay,
Alright.
so he's trying to get past me?
Yes,
Yeah,
the
so
Mothman is trying to get past
I have
you.
one more hold.
Um,
I have one more question.
Yes.
And I'm gonna do what is the best way to protect the victims, which is us and possibly this guy.
Get some information out of the guy. That's the best
Cool.
way.
I shake him,
You shake him awake.
give him
and
a few slaps on the face, gentle slaps.
set that face. Yeah. Yeah. He wakes up and he's obviously very pained when he wakes up, and he's very confused until he kind of like in a split second, Mothman, people, car. Oh, that's what happened. And yeah, eyes form in his face when he wakes up, so it's like his eyes are open now. And he kind of gets a general. He kind of like looks at the 3 of you, and his face kind of forms into a young man's face. And he wakes up and he's like, oh, gosh. And he sees the Mothman, and he stands up and kind of winces as he does. And he's waving his arm at the Mothman. He's like, no, I'm okay. And the Mothman's not calming down. He's still trying to attack.
Okay, so that sounds like that's a job for Jones.
Da da da.
I am going to roll kick some ass.
Alright.
And I am going to try and hurt it and push it away. But, we'll see how dice treat me. Thanks, dice!
What'd you get?
So that's a 3 plus my tough. That's a 5. So I'll just mark that XP real quick.
Riley's gonna level up before freaking we even finish this half episode.
Gosh darn. Okay, so on a miss, you get your ass kicked instead. You suffer harm or get captured, but don't inflict any harm back.
I was gonna say, can I help out? But then I saw that that's a plus cool, and I have a -1.
Yeah. Just let him fail.
Just let him die. It's fine.
Yeah,
Let's just let Jones get his ass kicked.
Yeah, it's cool, neat.
I'd say that the Mothman knocks you over to the ground, and he's on top of you, and
Hi.
you take all 3 harm from his talons, regardless of your armor.
Okay, neat.
You're unstable now, right?
Oh wait, Yeah, you're right.
Thank you for noticing.
What? It said when you suffered 4 harm, and I was like, isn't that 4?
Yeah, that, sometimes things happen. It's okay.
No, you're right. I think that should be,
What does unstable even mean?
no, just take 2 harm instead of 3.
Okay.
Yeah, because you still have your superpowers.
Yeah, I'd say that, like, with your armor, if you did 4 harm, then that would be 2.
Okay.
Yeah. And the shapeshifter kind of goes up and pushes Mothman off of you, and Mothman kind of squawks at him back. And he's like, chill! I'm okay!
Are you friends with the Mothman?
He turns around and he's like, that's, an interesting way to put it, but...
Sage kind of lifts her head up. She still has her hand on her rib, because, it hurts. Where she's like, so what how... I'm trying to wrap my mind around this. How do you know the Mothman exactly?
Well, he's the Mothman, but I suppose you could say that we are similar in ways. You might call us cryptids. Well, okay. I should just... You guys know me.
You're a shapeshifter.
Yeah. How do I put this?
Freaking,
Yeah.
I'm getting my ass kicked by Mothman over here. Is maybe now the time?
Dad, the dude just pushed Mothman off of you. Be quiet. Let him talk.
Jones is just lying on the ground.
This is the first time he's ever felt pain.
The shapeshifter turns and he's like, so, my name's Eden. And that's with an I, not an E. Yeah, some people call me Iden when they read it. It's a little annoying.
Iden.
Yeah, Iden, Anyway, here's the thing. We've met before. And I wasn't expecting you to be here, but it kind of makes sense.
Were you the old guy who gave us the skull?
What gave it away? The clothing?
No.
No, it's just,
It was either that or you were the lady who gave us the food.
or the author.
I don't know.
Or the author.
2 of those are right.
You were the lady too?
No. Yes, I gave you the scythe because I could tell in you that you were the one who it was meant for. And yes, I was there in Enfield.
Oh, you're the author. Oh, okay.
Hold up, I have a question. So, why did you not want us to kill the monsters, but also gave us a monster-killing weapon?
Good question.
The weapon was unrelated.
The weapon
Was
was.
it?
But no,
Was it really?
I do not want you to kill these monsters. In fact, that's why I'm here.
I don't know. They seem kind of horrible and dangerous and unnatural. Is just some things I would like to put in the pro-kill column.
Dad, shut up.
Jones, look at me. Look at your daughter.
I'm in pain. Yeah, thanks.
That's not what I meant, but I'm sorry. Your daughter, she is special. And I used to be a kid like her. I was just an ordinary human, but I had powers.
Oh no.
And I trained them. And I found out what they could do.
That's a little unnerving, no offense.
Is my daughter going to lose her face?
Sage laughs and then winces.
I take offense at that.
It's a fair question.
Sage is laughing and wincing at the same time, like she'll laugh and then wince, and laugh and then wince again.
Anyways. It then kind of turns back to the Mothman, and he waves his hands at him. He's like, shoo. I'll find you later.
Wait, no, it's Mothman.
and Mothman kind of, like, takes off, and it then turns back to you guys.
Mothman, come back, I love you.
No.
He chuckles at that, and he's like, yep, Angeline, you'd be so great for this if only your family was on board.
About what?
Yeah, we're on board with what?
So, there's been, a few things happening lately. I'm sure you've noticed. I think I might have explained a little bit to you. Trying to be the clueless author as you last met me. Those meteors that are waking up all the monsters, um, they aren't really meteors. I'm not sure what they are exactly. They're coming from something that's it's in our atmosphere. It's not quite in space, and it's breaking up. And these meteors are coming down, and they're waking up monsters or bringing them back. I'm not sure. Haven't been able to be there to see it, but me and the Mothman here, we're in this town because he senses something. It's what he does. Of course, he likes this town. He hangs around here quite a bit. That's how I was able to find him. But right now he's here because he can tell something's up. And well, we need to keep this under control because once these monsters and word gets around, it's not just gonna be small towns that hear about it.
So what would be our job?
Yeah, what do you want us to do about the meteor exactly? Like, we don't have spaceships.
I don't know about that meteor, but if we can just stave off the problem for a little bit, I've been trying to get in touch with some other special people around here, but we've just got to keep them undercover because there's been some word about the government getting involved, and we can't have that. These creatures, they're just creatures. They just want to survive and live. And same as the Mothman, he's not entirely smart or sentient, but he deserves a life just as we do. Maybe not one in with people, but his own life.
We have to protect this man from the SWAT.
Excuse me?
Oh! Alright, never mind with that, but so why did the Mothman freak out so much when you got hit? Even though he was technically the one that careened the car.
It did crash us.
Yeah.
I'd apologize for that. I was walking through here with him, and he just kind of freaks out when he sees bright lights. I wasn't expecting anyone to come down this highway so quickly. It was pretty quiet for a little while there.
So it freaked out
I apologize for encroaching on your midnight walk.
with the Mothman.
I'll be honest, it does sound weird when you put it that way.
Yeah, it does.
Alright.
You'd understand if you just took a little bit of time to talk to him,
From what I can tell, he can only screech.
Oh, obviously not you, Angeline. I meant Sage.
Oh, right. That's a thing I can do. Yeah. Are you talking about now?
Well, we need to get you we need to get you healed first of all.
Both of you.
You mean get me to a hospital? Because I think my rib cracked.
Oh, God.
Hospital would probably be best.
Yeah, that's
Wait,
why.
do you think you could heal yourself?
Can
I wouldn't suggest that. Here, let me see what I can do. And,
okay.
he goes up, and he's like, no, I know I'm a complete stranger, but is it alright if I just, put my hand on your stomach there?
Yeah, I mean, that's not where my ribs are, but okay.
Okay.
You see, Jones just kind of, slowly gravitate closer, scythe still drawn.
Dad mode activated.
Yeah.
Angeline puts her hands on her daughter's shoulders. Protectively.
Alrighty. Just...
I promise, it's gonna be okay. And he puts his hand over your stomach, and you feel this, tingling go up, and then your ribs... It feels weird because your skin feels like it's moving, but eventually the pain in your ribs stops, and the tingling goes away when he puts his hand back.
So I don't have any harm right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that feels a lot better. Okay.
Jones kind of looks down at all the gashes into his chest from Mothman's talons, and he's like, "Now, if you're just like going around handing this kind of thing out, I hate to admit it, but I am in a bit of a spot.
If you could heal my dad, that'd be great.
I will put down the scythe if that makes you feel any better."
Iden kind of looks at the dad and he's like, yeah, I can probably do a bit. Changing the outside of skin, it's not gonna look so great.
And that's what makeup's for.
He had some good battle scars.
Yeah, I'll be honest, you're gonna get a lot more scars if I heal you than if you get some bandages over those.
Yeah, I'm alright with that. I just kind of, need to get up and running again.
Alright. Iden goes over and he kind of puts his hand on your chest and does the same thing. Because this time when the skin goes over, it looks like grafted scars over it.
Oof.
Because he kind of like grimaces and he's like, it's really, are you sure? Basically it's like, where it's like you'd expect a scar to be a straight line.
Yeah.
It's more like anywhere that he healed over is kind of like a blotchy, like more like a burn scar than a cut scar. It's because he's basically shape-shifting your skin back together.
Okay. And my harm level? Down to 0?
I'd say it goes back down to 0.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Jones is fine with this. Jones, like,
You want
reaches...
to add, like, numerous scars to your...
Jones is just like, this is the most blemished my skin has ever been in my entire life.
He's excited about it.
Like, a little bit? Not, like, really. It just, he finds it like an interesting change.
And it's like, well, if you're okay with it, honestly, I wouldn't. He goes over to Sage and he whispers, I am so glad yours is on the inside.
Jones stands in all of his glory and all of his bland milquetoast handsomeness.
And that torn up shirt.
Yeah, like...
The torn up shirt again!
And he goes, it's not what's on the outside that counts.
Dad, stop with the movie cliches for like 5 seconds, okay? Okay? That'd be great.
If you get to reference Disney, I get to reference movie cliches.
I'm a 15-year-old! Of course I'm gonna reference Disney. What's your excuse?
He just is like, I need a new shirt, and walks off.
So what now?
Iden looks down and he's like, I think I should be getting back.
Back to where?
And he doesn't look very good after healing 2 people.
You want to ride?
He thinks about it.
Is our car even functionable?
Yeah, he looks over at the car and he's like,
We might need to come with you.
yeah. You can also just call a tow truck.
Last time we called it a tow truck, there was enough time for a bunch of dogs to eat us.
Yeah, we got attacked by a chupacabra the last time we called for a tow truck. So...
My mortal enemy, tow trucks.
I remember that. I think I dropped off something for you, Sage.
Yeah, the snow globe. What was that?
No, that was just snow globe.
It was just snow globe, don't you worry about it.
It's not special or anything.
Is it like a bomb?
No.
Is it like a smoke ball or like
Sage's
sparkles?
got her own magic. She can learn to use that.
Okay.
But bombs.
Mom.
Jones comes back with a new shirt. And he's like, okay, but first things first, we need to figure out what we're going to do about the moth.
I mean, the Mothman's fine.
Okay, you say the Mothman is fine, but the Mothman did just attack us. And it hurt me, and I am far more resilient than your average Joe.
Honey, what did we say about talking about Joe here?
Did Angeline date Joe?
Okay, so banned Jones family topics. Disney, movie cliches, a man named Joe.
Why are we like this?
Anyway, freaking...
Aiden turns and he's like, I suppose you're right. I can't handle him on myself, obviously.
I'm not saying we need to kill it, but I am saying we need to maybe get a leash on it or figure out
Maybe he just needs sunglasses. Emily's making some intense thinking faces right now.
Jones actually nods and he's like, you know those blinders for hawks that falconeers have?
Eden shrugs and he's like, you want to convince him?
Right, Jones, you're gonna hold him down. Sage, you do whatever you did last time to whatever that was. I forget.
The Enfield horror?
We need to either calm it down or move it to an area where it's not gonna bother people anymore.
Well, that's the thing. Mothman's only here because there's something that's gonna happen, and he doesn't want to leave until he makes sure that people are safe for that.
So
That's what he does. He goes and he's like an omen.
So you're saying we need to befriend Mothman?
Kind of work with Mothman to fight a bigger evil.
I mean, maybe. He might take a bit of convincing after you guys hit me with your car, but
We wouldn't have hit you with our car if Mothman didn't attack our car.
Eden waves around at the road. He's like, "You've got all this space."
Sage kind of pushes through the adults because it's taking too long. She's like 15. She's like, I don't got time for this. Okay, just, where's Mothman? Y'all are talking too much.
Well, we'd have to go find him again. I told him to go.
Oh, and I think it's past your bedtime.
Is now really the time to be enforcing a bedtime?
Yes!
No!
We were just...
We have to invest into our daughter's future. If she doesn't have a set bedtime, she's not going to be able to sleep.
She's a teenager, first of all. Secondly, I would just like to say we are stranded in the middle of woods somewhere. There's a loose moth monster on the prowl that is apparently attracted to bad omens, which implies that there's a bigger, worse monster that's going to attack a nearby town or something. I think we need to get moving.
And you think I'm gonna sleep after hearing all that?
Yeah, it's not
Okay, but if we do this, you're gonna be really tired.
We're all going to be tired. We were just cut up by a moth.
Thank you, Dad.
Honey, I don't get tired.
Mom, I think that's because you need help.
Jones doesn't say anything.
Oh my god.
He does not confirm, he does not deny, he does not say anything.
That just makes that 5 times better. Because silence means is that he agrees.
Eden kind of is just like standing there awkwardly as you guys bicker, and he's like, now I kind of should be getting back.
Alright, yeah.
That's a good idea.
He just starts walking.
Cool. Jones, waits for, about 30 seconds and then also starts walking down the road in the same direction.
Eden turns around, he's like, we're really doing this. You're... Okay.
We're stranded in the middle of nowhere. I don't know. Do you want us to wander into the woods? Do you want us to leave the trail? Do you want,
I mean, I said call a tow truck, but...
I will call a tow truck, okay? Oh my...
I guess tow truck works.
Tow truck is less fun. Have you ever been inside a tow truck? It's very cramped.
Mom, we literally hit a tree. Mothman attacked Dad, and I kind of attacked our car. We hit a shapeshifter. A lot of things have been going on right now. I think we need a little bit of boring.
She's absolutely right.
Fine, call a tow truck.
Thank you. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna go back into the car because I can still sit in there and wait and play on my
No,
DS.
that's maybe a bad idea. I don't think you're supposed to sit in crashed cars. What if it blows up?
It's not smoking.
Yeah, it's
That's
not
true.
smoking. It's just dented. So I'm gonna sit in the car and play on my DS.
So you guys get picked up by a tow truck, and they check out the car, and they say that it's probably safe enough to drive back, but they can still tow it if you wanted to. You don't have to wait super long for the tow truck this time.
We'll probably drive it back.
Alright. So yeah, you drive it into town, and there is a motel in town that you can go to. And as you head up to the motel and you go in to get your rooms, when you walk back out and park in the parking lot of the motel, there is a black vehicle that Sage, you get very bad vibes from.
It's the SWAT team.
Yeah, is there any other places in town to go to?
Yeah, but you already got your rooms.
We can rent other rooms. Right?
Yeah. I feel like that'd be a good idea.
Do you go back up and check out?
Yep.
Yep. We're just going to a different place.
Alright, there's probably another motel. Not as good as this one.
That's fine.
Alright, you check into that one and go to bed. And in the morning, the little phone in the motel, it rings and you get a call saying that there's like a letter dropped off in the office for you guys.
Okay, so I think the plan should be we rest up and tomorrow we start investigating.
Oh, this is the next morning.
Okay, it's already the next
Yeah.
morning.
Wait, they said that they didn't want to sleep.
Oh, did you want
The
to?
fools.
We can retcon it. It's last
No.
night.
No, I think if we have rooms, we should rest and then start investigating like early tomorrow morning.
Alright.
Yep.
I win.
It's not a bedtime. We waited for a little bit still for the tow truck.
Yeah.
So,
Still got you to sleep though.
yeah, we were planning.
I mean, what are we gonna do? You know? No, but like for realsies though, like what are we gonna do?
Find Mothman, I guess.
Yeah.
And what we're freaking looking for right now?
I mean, I have like, there's something that says summon a monster into the world. Would that mean bringing a monster to them, or like it's in the magic thing? I have no clue what that means. I'm just staring at it.
Well, we know that Mothman is looking for something, so if we find Mothman, we'll find that thing.
Oh, I also have a move. I have a move, tune in, which is when I can attune to the mind of the monster.
Is there like a distance on that?
It just says you can attune, and because one of the holds is where's the creature right now. That's one of the holds.
Okay, so you don't like possess the monster, you just get to know information about them wherever they are.
It's
Okay.
like where's the creature right now? What is it planning to do right now? Who is it going to attack next? What is regarded as the biggest threat? How can I attract its attention?
Well, now is definitely, their best opportunity to start gathering information.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Okay.
I think you should, if you think you can do it, you should do it.
Alright, so I go get the letter.
Yeah. First, let's talk about the letter.
Hanmi, are you not going to roll that move?
Not. I said let's check the letter first.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm getting the letter.
Alright. You get the letter and it's from Iden. Saying
He just said that he doesn't like to be called
Iden. Sorry. Eden. I think it's Iden actually.
You said Eden though.
I know. I think it's Iden. But if he says his own name wrong, that's hilarious. Yeah, Eden leaves a letter and it's basically like just be careful of the government officials that are in town now, and that you can meet them over by the river.
Okay.
We should probably go talk to him first, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Probably.
Alright, yeah, let's go do that.
Are we walking or can we still drive our car?
I would say we should put our car into the shop, probably, because remember the light.
We'll take a taxi.
Why not an Uber?
Or that. The new age version of a taxi.
Oh my gosh, we go to the place and we do the thing. Come on.
Yeah,
We save the world. The end.
yeah, you taxi through town to go to the meetup place, and like as you go through, you can like kind of see there are some government officials around, not like officials, government people around. They're wearing that same like nondescript black clothing, and maybe not so heavily armored when they're just like chilling around.
Let's avoid those.
A lot of men in black looking.
Yeah. Well, no, not Men in Black. It's more like if some SWAT team member decided to take off his helmet and just have a like breakfast sandwich outside of a cafe. Like they're just chilling because they're here and they can't do anything yet.
Sage points at the one that's eating the sandwich and goes, "Let's just avoid them."
He's evil. He's eating a sandwich.
Angeline mutters, I want to steal one of their suits.
No.
Yes.
No.
The taxi driver turns. No.
Let's take a family vote on it right now. All opposed, say no.
No.
Oh,
No.
oh, look at that. You were outvoted.
I'm always outvoted.
Because you want to do insane things, Mom.
For real. Seriously.
Going to sleep is not a sane idea.
What?
It's not an insane idea.
Oh, I thought you said it wasn't a sane idea.
Oh.
I was so confused.
Sage goes, "That was in different context. That was, we were in the middle of the side of the road and you were trying to enforce a bedtime on me when we were literally on the side of the road in the middle of the night in a forest."
No, the bedtime is we're not going chasing after a monster all night. The bedtime was as soon as we can, we're going to bed.
You were just saying, right then while we were on the side of the road, it's the bedtime. That means right then. Oh my gosh, Mom.
Gosh, we go to the place and we do the thing.
Just Jones is actually yelling that in the taxi.
Aren't there yet.
The place he told you to meet up, it's a nice little park next to the water, and you kind of get there and you walk around and he's not quite there yet. So I suppose did you already eat breakfast before you went out?
I'd imagine so, yeah.
Yeah. So you probably
Continental breakfast.
sit down, and I mean, do you know he's not there?
When Jones, like, looks around and doesn't see anyone, he's like, it was a setup. It was a trap.
Well, here's the thing, you don't see Eden, but like...
Well, I mean, it was just, we don't know if Eden's there because shapeshifter.
And it's a park, there's other people.
Yeah.
I think we just wait there until he comes.
Yeah.
Alright.
I don't like that idea. I think this is a trap. I think we were silly to believe this weird shapeshifter man.
What do you do, Jones, if you think it's a trap?
Well, if they're, like, sitting down and they don't want to go, like, Jones isn't going to leave them, so he's just, like, pacing anxiously around, like, the table that they're at.
But are you gonna investigate a mystery, read a bad situation? I mean...
I think I'd like to freaking read a bad situation. I think this is a situation that is bad.
Jones's signature move.
I think my signature move is getting mauled by a monster and just kind of giving up a thumbs up. It's all good? Okay. Hey, a roll that's not garbage.
What is it?
It's an 11 plus
Nice.
more sharp, which is plus 1, so that's a 12.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
I get 3 hold. Okay. Are there any dangers we haven't noticed?
Alright, as you look around, you do see that there is one of those black vans parked behind you outside of the park.
What's the best way out?
I mean, it's an open park, but I'd say, you could probably find some areas that, like, whoever's in the van wouldn't be able to see you from.
Okay. What is the best way to protect the victims? The victims in this case being my family.
Best way to protect them? Act normal.
Okay.
Don't do anything weird.
So when Jones sees the black van, he kind of like walks over and sits down at the park bench with Angeline and goes, "Nobody freak out. There's a van keeping watch on the park right now."
Angeline turns to look at it.
Everyone instantly turns.
So, no, you're not supposed to look at it.
Mom!
He goes, "Okay, whatever. It's fine. What we need to be thinking about right now is why isn't Iden here?
I think we're still going with Eden.
Why isn't Eden here? Is I think is first question we should ask.
He's been dragged away by the SWAT.
Instantly going there, wow.
We should have just, like, gotten his contact information. Would have made sense, but none of us did.
He doesn't seem like a cell phone guy, right?
I know.
He didn't even want to walk with us back to town. He left us in the woods. He doesn't seem social. And he's like a weird shapeshifter.
Okay. He probably has some form of contact.
I guess, but it's probably like throw up a smoke signal or send a pigeon, you know? Like when the raven crows.
What century are you in, Dad?
I don't know what shapeshifters do.
Does anyone want to investigate a mystery and find out why he's not there?
What is investigative mystery? Ooh, good.
Sharp. Yeah.
What are frogs?
Oh no, I leveled up.
Yay!
Welcome to the Jones family, where apparently their 15-year-old daughter is the most competent out of the three.
Does anything happen when you fail and investigate a mystery?
Check it out.
Onimus, you reveal some information to the monster or whoever you are talking to. The keeper might ask you some questions, which you have to answer. It's important that your attempts to investigate and the results you get from them are plausible and consistent with what's better.
Well, we weren't really talking to anyone. We were just trying to figure out why they were
Reveal
there.
information to the enemy, and in this case, we are being watched by the SWATmen.
Oh, maybe it's Angeline just went walking around talking to fellow people there, just seeing if they saw anyone pass by the bench. It's like, hey, we're waiting for someone, but maybe they already passed by. Did you see anyone walk by here? And so maybe, like, I don't know, the SWAT is just like, hey, that lady's asking around.
Being very suspicious.
Angeline is 100% always suspicious.
So, yeah, no one shows up, and you've made the SWAT team suspicious. What do you do?
Sage is gonna kind of walk down the river a bit, try to look around.
Jones tells Angeline and Sage about the way out that he noticed where they wouldn't be able to see them, and he's like, how about we just casually get up and walk that way?
Oh, by the way, I think you guys should know, but there is a Mothman museum in this in this town, and a Mothman cafe.
Ooh.
And there's a lot of Mothman stuff around this town as you walk, like...
They have a Mothman festival.
Yeah, I know about the Mothman Cafe.
Which, sadly, is not going on at this time.
Yeah, I know about the Mothman Cafe because of BuzzFeed Unsolved.
Shop now in the online merch store.
So, I feel like Sage goes, why don't we go to the cafe?
The Mothman Cafe. You go to this cafe and it's called the Coffee Grinder.
There are little Mothman cookies. I want one.
Yes, you could totally have a Mothman cookie.
Then yeah, she's getting a Mothman cookie.
Can I say that while we were walking over there, Jones was kind of like looking around and like, I don't know, I want to roll investigate a mystery too.
Yeah, you wanna?
Yeah, I wanna.
You can do other things too, for investigating mystery. It's like, it doesn't have to be just looking around. You can, like, look up stuff on Google. You can, like,
Yeah,
actually
but like
talk to
I'm
people.
specifically looking at the people in like the SWAT uniforms and for anything like suspicious.
Yeah.
I mean, they're in black vans. That's already pretty suspicious.
Yeah, like I want to like I'm trying to like find out if there's an area where there's a lot of them or if they're grouping or if they're like patrolling or yeah, maybe I can overhear something. What the? Oh, okay. That is a 7 plus sharp. That is an 8.
Nice. You got to hold one.
Okay. What is being concealed here?
Yes. So, in this cafe, you kind of look around, and you do see someone who you think might be trying to catch your eye, but they're very good at hiding it.
How so?
They might be looking at you, or they might be reading the sign. You're not sure.
If you don't know, move. Get up and like move to a different seat. That's not in front of the sign.
Jones is like, no, honey, let's not be rude. And he walks over and he extends his hand. He's like, hi, nice to meet you.
And the person kind of like nods, and they do like an over-exaggerated nod, like, yes, we've been through this before, but they introduce themselves, and they're like, hi, I'm John. And they're like a young teen in hipster clothing, and they have a coffee, and they've got their own little Mothman cookie, and they hold it up to Sage, and they're like, I see you got one too.
Sage kind of nods. She doesn't say anything. She's just holding the cookie in front of her mouth, just like.
Jones looks around to see if there's any, like, SWAT people here.
There's no one in the cafe.
So he's like, why weren't you at the park? What happened?
Iden's like, well, I was gonna go, and then one of those big vans was standing outside, and, well, I can't get close to those things.
Can't or won't?
Both.
Do they have, like, a magicometer?
Well, I mean, obviously, I'm not magic. I don't know why you'd think that, but, like,
You did heal our daughter's rib.
we literally just met, and he, like, kind of glares at you.
Jones goes, oh, right.
The fact that you're in a cafe.
Sage just kind of goes, okay, how about I want to try something, and I feel like you have a better understanding of how I could possibly do that.
Yeah, what do you need?
And she kind of leans in, and this is where she whispers, how could I want to try to, like, figure out where Mothman is? Like, she says it really quietly.
He's like, right, I think I know a way we can do that. And he kind of, like, goes back to talking normally. He's like, hey, have you guys checked out the Mothman Museum? I mean, I see you're a big fan of him. You got the cookies and all. Have you gotten a chance to stop by there yet?
No, we have not.
He's like, I can show you guys around. I can tell you're new in town.
Yeah, that would be great. Thank you.
Sounds fantastic.
It's like, yeah, it's not too far. We can walk there. So you're walking to the museum, and he's like acting completely like doesn't know you guys. Is just meeting for the first time, and you guys get to the museum. And do you have to pay again? And you probably do anyway. You guys go in, and
Jones is losing so much money on this trip.
and the museum's like pretty much empty. So once you guys are inside, he's like, all right, this is where we can talk.
Okay.
Because if we talk about anything crazy in here, it'll just sound like it's normal. And he kind of's like, but there's another reason I brought you in here. Sage, if you wanna tune into the Mothman, this place might help you, get in the mood.
Okay, I'm gonna try. And so now I'm gonna roll and tune in. Okay. So 7 plus a weird, so that is a 9.
Nice.
So I hold 1.
Okay.
I'm debating. I'm gonna say, how can I attract its attention?
So how does the tune in work? I'm not sure.
It's just, you can attune your mind to a monster or minion. Roll plus weird on a 10 plus, hold 3. On a 7 to 9, hold 1. On a miss, the monster becomes aware of you. Spend 1 hold to ask the keeper one of the following questions and gain plus 1 ongoing while acting on the answers. How can I attract its attention?
Alright. So when you attune in with the Mothman, you can feel that he really, really wants shiny things, and he's trying to get them. And they're just so pretty.
So it doesn't matter what type of shiny things, just shiny?
Yeah. Do you explain what you felt too?
Yeah, I would say that.
Yeah.
I would explain.
So Eden kind of nods, and he's like, yeah, I think I've noticed that in him. Obviously, with the flying towards lights and stuff. He likes picking up things. I mean, obviously, you're not just gonna drop some jewelry on the street. He's obviously smarter than that. He's not gonna fly out in the middle of a ton of people. But
Yeah, no.
Probably set up some sort of lure like we did back in Enfield.
Hold on. And she walks through the museum, the, like, shop from the Mothman Museum.
Yeah.
And I'm looking through it. There's a Mothman silver travel mug. Would that work?
Is that like one of those shiny,
It's the shiny one, yeah. If you look up on the website, yeah. So she grabs one of that and she goes, Dad, can you buy this for me? It's $13.
$13.
13. It's $13.
Yeah, alright, sure.
We're just giving it to Mothman.
Jones is just so not hyped about this.
Jones could not care less. He is checking his bank account on his phone. He is nervously looking out the windows to see if there are SWAT vans around. He is miserable.
That collectible coin, though,
Emily, stop.
it's a cryptocurrency!
No!
They say it, they say it in the description.
I'm dead. I'm dying. I'm dead.
Oh my
Man.
gosh.
Oh, man.
Okay, so it's $25 to buy both the travel mug and the Mothman glow in the dark pin.
Great. I guess you're $25 down? Like, come on.
Cool.
Yeah, and she puts on the pin really happily. She's like, yeah.
Ugh.
And Eden's kind of like, alright, so he does like to hang out more in the forested area.
Yeah. Hey, does the river go through the forest?
Let me see, does it? Not really. Not unless you go into Ohio.
Well, this is where Sage goes, should we grab our stuff from the motel and start heading out?
I think that'd probably be best.
So, I'm guessing that's what we're doing. Well, it was great meeting you, and she gives that smile that clearly states meet us at the highway kind of deal.
He's like, yeah, have fun with you at the rest of your trip at town.
Thank you. Thank you for showing us around.
Yep. And he stays behind to pretend that he's still looking for something to buy.
Alright, we go back to the hotel and get our stuff.
Yeah.
Did
And
you run into anyone on the way back?
yeah, you see there's a lot more. Oh man, I forgot. I was gonna say this. Man. Retcon. Eden mentions, that the government doesn't know what they're looking for in this town. They don't know it's Mothman.
But they know there's something here?
Yeah. That's why it was fine hanging out in the Mothman Museum and cafe and stuff. They haven't, like, swarmed those places and, like, put all of their...
They do have weirdometers.
Yeah, so you guys head up.
Get our stuff. Head out to the highway.
Yeah. And what do you do just out there?
We gotta set up a trap.
No, we're just gonna attract attention. That's why we've got the silver mug. Dad, help. We're not trying to make a trap, it's Mothman. Ma, do you really want to be responsible for taking Mothman away from this place?
I want to adopt Mothman.
No!
Oh yeah, I'd say there's probably like a hiking area that you guys went to kind of start out your trip into the forest.
Just in the middle of nowhere, freaking debating whether or not to adopt Mothman.
But like, what do you do? Do you just place it on a picnic table and walk away?
No, we need to hang it so that it creates a lot of reflection somewhere where there's sun.
I'd love to hear about your Mothman trap. Please continue.
Also, Sage, don't you have a thing where you can attract the monsters?
I can try talking to it.
Yeah, but like with the Einfeld guy, you called it.
Yeah, talking to it. I tried talking to it.
Okay.
I think it was already there.
It was kind of already in the area. No, it was in the area. We were following the tracks.
Yeah, but we tried calling it to its spot.
Yeah.
Okay, I can try, since it would be...
Hold up, pause. What do we do when we get Mothman?
Oh my gosh. The travel mug says Mothman search team on it.
Oh my god!
And the description is no Mothman search is complete without this silver Mothman search team travel mug.
I'm so glad that was the thing I picked. I am so glad. I didn't even look at the description. I just was like, it is silver.
Shiny.
It's shiny. That is what we're looking for.
It's the Mothman search team.
Oh my god. This is so
Okay. Alright.
great. Okay. So,
What do we do when we get the Mothman?
Wait. Explain what you're doing with it.
First of all, why are we putting the in its name? It's just Mothman. We don't need to say the Mothman. Like,
it's like the Muffin Man. Do you know the Muffin Man? Do you know the Muffin Man?
It's like Batman. Everyone in the old days, he used to be the Batman until recently, actually, and now he's called just Batman.
Is Mothman his name or his species?
That's true.
Exactly. They're being polite.
It's like if you were talking about a specific unicorn, his name wouldn't be Unicorn, you'd say the Unicorn.
If the unicorn's named Unicorn, you would.
Yeah, but we don't know that the Mothman's name is Mothman. People gave it that name.
Mr. Mothman, please. Excuse me, Mr. Mothman is my father.
Oh my god. Okay, so forgive me if I misunderstood the situation, but I thought we were going to try and attract Mothman here and then, like, talk to it or, like, ally ourselves with it and get
That's
more.
what it sounded like you guys were doing.
Yeah, that's what we were doing.
Okay, then let's do that then. Let's shine the flashlight on the mug. Let's bang pots and pans together. I don't know.
I'll try to reach out to the Mothman.
But what are you doing with the mug?
We're gonna shine light on it in the forest.
I'm just gonna like stand under a place that's like full of sunlight and just like kind of wave in the air a little bit.
Here, Mothy, Mothy, Mothy. Here, Mothy, Mothy.
I'm gonna roll use magic to try to communicate with something you do not share a language with. The Mothman.
All right.
7 plus a weird, so that's a 9. So I got a glitch.
Nice.
I'm gonna say the effect is weakened, so I'm gonna say it's not like a super broad like shout.
All right.
That like I'm trying to call Mothman, but it's not like super loud.
Yeah, it's like a bad Skype call. Yeah. So what do you say as you shout out into the or think out into the world?
Mothman, I don't know if that's your name. We want to talk to you. We got a nice shiny thing for you to take. We want to talk about what you're here for.
Yeah. So you get a kind of, it's not like a reply, but you get a sense back that like he is in the area. And
Just doesn't want to hang out.
just like how do I put this?
He's just not that into us?
No, like she's picking up the Mothman's thoughts, and like so she's picking up like shiny object person trying to figure out how to get shiny object out of person's hand. It's thoughts like that. And like,
Is Sage conveying all of this to us?
yeah, are you like saying these thoughts aloud?
Not right now. She'll say it after, but she's just like, well, like, both like Jones and Angeline would look at Sage, and she just looks like she's zoning out, kind of.
Yeah, she's like thinking hard, and Angelina's just like waving it above her head. And the Mothman swoops down and like grabs it from Angeline and swoops back up into the trees.
Okay. Don't have to be rude.
And just as that happens, the ground begins to shake.
Oh no.
Gosh darn it.
And I would like you all to roll act under pressure as an earthquake splits the ground underneath you apart.
Oh dear God.
I got a 10.
10? Nice.
8 for the boy.
I got an 11. Yay.
Nice.
So, both of you who rolled a 10 or above, you managed to dodge out of the way. And Jones,
Hi.
do you
Value my life? Yes.
do you?
Very much. You have no idea.
You have no idea how much you do. As you jump out of the way, you drop your backpack on the other side of the now widening ravine.
Oh no.
What was in the backpack?
Memento mori.
Oh.
And that's where the episode ends.
No!
Ah!
No!
Ah!
Why would you do this?
Why would you separate me from my baby?
How dare you?